So guys, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. I'm actually filming this intro a few days after filming the main part of this video because when I was watching back the footage, everything just came out a mess, like I didn't make anything clear at all, so I thought I'm just gonna film it again. But I'm so excited for you guys to finally be able to watch this video because it is something that I have been planning for absolutely ages. Basically, in this video, we're going to be doing a bit of a thrift flip, and I didn't actually know that there was a proper name for this until I searched it up on YouTube. But basically, I've bought a load of secondhand items off Depop, and I'm going to be DIYing them into more interesting sort of trendy items. So the first two items that I'm going to be DIYing are these two jumpers, which, as I say, I got off Depop, and if you've watched my previous haul video, you will recognize these. So we have this brown sort of oversized jumper, which is from Zara, and then I also have this cream jumper from Primark. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to decorate them with some iron-on patches. Then we have this brown square neck top, which is from Zara. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to attempt to make a backless top. Tops which look like this have been all over my Pinterest and Instagram feeds lately, so I really wanted to make my own. And then finally we have this pair of Air Force Ones, which I got off Depop for I think about £30, which I think is pretty good, and I'm also going to be DIYing these. I've ordered in a load of supplies for this video. I got some shoe paint, I got a sewing kit, some iron-on patches, and hopefully I have everything that I need to make these clothes look super cute. So yeah, let's get started. So I brought in the ironing board. This is literally the oldest, most rickety ironing board ever. I'm praying it doesn't actually give up on me while filming this video. So I'm going to do the darker jumper first, and I think I've decided that I'm going to use the white Nike tick on this one just so that it stands out a tiny bit better. And I think I want the tick on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to put it on, and hopefully this shouldn't actually be too difficult. That was a lot quicker than I expected. How good does that look? Like, it doesn't even look like an iron-on patch. I'm so impressed with that. Okay, so I would say that that was a success, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the second jumper. And time for the second reveal. Ew, guys, it literally looks so good. Oh my god! So there we go, here we have two jumpers which literally look like brand new. I'm obsessed. Right, well I am genuinely very impressed with how that came out, so now let's move on to the second DIY. So my initial plan for this top was I was going to try and cut out kind of like an arch shape from the back of the top, and then using the fabric that I'd cut out, I was going to try and make two pieces of thread that I could use to tie the backs of the top together. But actually when I was just looking at this top, I saw that it has these, which are the strings that are meant to help the top stay on a coat hanger if you're trying to hang it up. And these are actually exactly what I was planning to make out of the back of the top. So instead of going through the whole faff of making new strings and everything, I'm literally just going to cut these off, cut the arch shape out of the back, get rid of that fabric, sew it up so it looks all neat, and then sew these on as kind of like back threads. I hope that kind of makes sense. Hopefully you'll be able to see a bit more what I mean when I'm actually doing it. And I am going to do this all by hand because I am dedicated to my YouTube videos, but I'm not quite dedicated enough to go out and buy a whole sewing machine. So this could take a while. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut these two threads off. And I am praying that these are going to be long enough, but there I have two identical length threads, which is literally ideal. And now I'm going to draw the shape. So after this bit, there's no going back. This is literally the least even arch I have ever drawn in my life. So now I'm going to take these pins that I got with my sewing kit and I'm going to pin the two pieces together so they don't budge at all while I'm cutting. So now that that's all pinned together, it's time to start actually cutting it out. I should 100% be doing this with fabric scissors, but eyebrow scissors are all I have. I am literally a makeup artist after all. The back is all cut out and I am actually pretty impressed with how even I managed to get that. I did realise that there's a label here though, so I'm going to have to cut that out. But now comes the time-consuming part, which is where I have to go through and hand sew that up so that it looks all neat and also sew the little strings on. So I will see you in like 8 hours when that's done. That literally took me so long and I felt like I was back in like year 9 DT class. But it's done and I think it looks like how it's supposed to. Like it has the backless bit and it has the strings. So moment of truth, let's see what it looks like on. I'm honestly so impressed with how this top came out. It doesn't look quite as good as like a shop bought backless top, but considering I bought this off Depop for like super cheap and it was also really fun to make, I'm very happy with how it came out. Right, we are on to the final DIY, which is the Air Force Ones. I have a few ideas of what I want these to look like. I mainly picked up brown paint. I have a dark brown, a kind of medium brown, and a white, and you can mix these together. So I'm probably just going to do something very like monochrome brown, something like these photos. And the brushes I picked up are these ones, which I saw recommended in a shoe painting YouTube video. They're the Princeton ones. And these were pretty pricey actually as brushes go, but I wanted to make sure I got some good ones. I did realize that something I forgot to pick up was a paint palette. So instead I'm just gonna use this piece of plastic, which was on top of an eyeshadow palette. I think you can pretty much use anything that can be like thrown away and that won't absorb the paint. So I'm literally just going to mix it all together on here. It's kind of got like a applicator, like a nail varnish, and it is very watery. I probably should not be wearing white to do this, but let's put some of this on the plastic. Okay, so I think I've mixed together my lightest shade, and this is going to go on like the tick part on the shoe. So let's get started. I'm actually so nervous. This is the most satisfying thing ever. Oh my god. Genuinely, if Air Forces weren't so freaking expensive, I would be doing this like every single day. This is the most satisfying thing ever. I'm pretty sure most people do this by like putting tape around the edges, but I'm not patient enough for that. I'm literally just going straight in. So this is what the shoes look like with just the lighter shade, and it actually came out quite a bit darker than I intended. So instead of doing 2 more even darker shades, I'm just going to do 1 more. I'm going to leave this bit plain. So yeah, I'm going to mix a slightly darker shade and put it here and here. Oh my god, guys. I actually cannot believe how long that took me. Like, if I thought that the hand sewing was going to take a while, I literally think that it took me about an hour and a half to paint these shoes. I started off like filming all of it, and then I was like, Flo, you are literally going at a snail's pace, so I just stopped filming. But the shoes are done. I still do need to do like the varnish just to like finish them off and make sure that the paint isn't going to chip. But I thought that I'd show you them now that they're all completely painted. I have to be a bit careful because they're still damp, but here they are. I ended up having to do like several coats of the paint just because it was kind of see-through. But honestly, for £30 shoes, I am so impressed with how these came out. This whole video was honestly such a success. Like, I now have 4 items which feel pretty much brand new. I am actually quite tempted to make this into a series on my channel because this was so successful and also so much fun. So yeah, let me know down below if that sounds like something you would be interested in. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.